by Friday. If you look at the half sheet that we did last week, it has multiplication, division on the front side, and then a mixture of them on the back side. Many of you got these done in class, but if you did not, just to check the ones that we didn't do together in class. So B on the back side. So the first thing, if we see it's a multiplication problem, we need to factor everything, top and bottom. And so t minus 5 does not factor, but t squared plus t, they both have a t, so factor out a t, and t times t is t squared, t times 1 is t. The second fraction, 4t plus 4, there's a 4 in both of those terms, so I'm going to factor out a 4, leaving t plus 1. And then 3t minus 15, those can both be divided by 3, so I'm going to pull out a 3. 3 times t is 3t, 3 times minus 5 is minus 15. Once you have everything factored, and if it's helpful to put anything in parentheses that has an addition or subtraction sign, please do that. So once you have everything factored, now we look for common factors on top and on bottom. And so here I see a t plus 1 and a t plus 1. One on top, one on bottom. I see a t minus 5 on top and a t minus 5 on bottom. The 4 and the 3, I can't reduce those constants, those factors, and so the only thing left on top is 4. On the bottom I have a t and a 3, so 3t. So that is the simplified form. For letter D, so I see it's multiplication. First step is factor. 6k minus 2, 6 and 2 can both be divided by 2. So I'm going to factor out a 2. 2 times 3k is 6k. 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. On bottom k plus 2, there's no common factor, so I leave it as k plus 2. But I'll put that in parentheses because it has an addition or subtraction sign. The second fraction, 2k squared plus 4k. 2 and 4 can both be divided by 2. K squared and k, they both have a k. So I'm going to pull out 2k. 2 times 1 is 2. K times k is k squared. So 2k times k is 2k squared. 2 times 2 is 4. K times 1 is k. So k plus 2 is what I have left after factoring out the 2k. 9k minus 3. 9 and 3 can both be divided by 3. And so 3 times 3k is 9k. 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. Now that everything is factored, look for common factors on top and on bottom. 3k minus 1 on top, 3k minus 1 on bottom. K plus 2 on top, k plus 2 on bottom. 2 on top, 2 also on top, so those do not cancel because they're both on top. 2 and 3 do not reduce. So on top I have 2 times 2k, which is 4k, and on bottom I've got 3. So the answer is 4k over 3. Letter E. Now this one I see as division. And so when division occurs, the first step is to change it into a multiplication problem. So I'm going to just copy down the first fraction, x squared minus 2x over x plus 5, change the division into multiplication, and flip the second fraction. The 2x plus 10 goes to the top, the 8 minus 4x goes to the bottom. Now that it's a multiplication problem, now I want to factor everything. X squared minus 2x, factor out the x. X times x is x squared, x times minus 2 is minus 2x. On bottom, x plus 5, nothing can factor, so I leave that in parentheses. 2x plus 10, 2 and 10 can both be divided by 2. 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 5 is 10. On bottom, 8 minus 4x, the common factor here is 4, but as we talked about in class, the x came second, so normally I would get 2 minus x in the parentheses. But to get it to cancel out with the x minus 2, that means I need to pull out a negative 4, because negative 4 times negative 2 gives us 8. Negative 4 times positive x gives us negative 4x. Here the 2's are both negative, the x's are both positive. So this I could have rewritten as x minus 2. Once you have everything factored, you're looking for common factors. X minus 2, x minus 2. X plus 5, x plus 5. Now here, 2 and negative 4, it's not the same number, but I can reduce that fraction. They can both be divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. So the only thing left on top is x times 1, so just x. And on bottom, the only thing left is a negative 2. So when we divide by a negative 2, most of the time we'll rewrite that so that the negative goes to the top, or at least in front of the fraction. And so negative x over 2, or negative 1/2 x, would be another way to write that. Right? One more division problem. So the first step, once I see its division, change it into multiplication. So we keep the first fraction, change division to multiplication, and flip the second fraction. So 3m plus 12 goes to the top, m squared minus 16 goes to the bottom. Once we have a multiplication problem, now we factor everything. M squared minus 4m, the common factor is m. M times m is m squared, m times minus 4, minus 4m. 10m minus 2, 10 and 2 can both be divided by 2. 2 times 5m is 10m, 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. 3m plus 12, the 3 and 12 can both be divided by 3. 3 times m is 3m, 3 times 4 is 12. M squared minus 16, now this one I've got m squared but no m in the second term, so this one is a difference of squares. M squared comes from m times m. 16 comes from a positive 4 times a negative 4. The outside 2, m times negative 4 is negative 4m. The inside 2, 4 times m is 4m. Negative 4m plus 4m cancels out, so there's no middle term. Now that we've got it factored, we look for common factors. I see an m plus 4 on top and on bottom. I see an m minus 4 top and bottom. M, but I don't see any m's down here. The 5m minus 1 is all one factor. They can't be separated. 3 and 2, those do not simplify. So we're left with 3 times m on top, and on bottom 2 times 5m minus 1.